Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. Today we will be trying to get into metal. So we have our metal over here that we're going to expand into. So we've got the scrap metal here. With the metal processing will be here when the water from the bad tide comes over here. And the end goal of this episode is to get into the zip lines to make transport around a little bit easier. We also did put our emergency water dump in here just in case things do get a little bit spicy during a drought. So let's put that in now. Let's put a fluid dump there, and we could put a little water storage in here next to it, just so that we've got some obtain. That should keep busy. I'm going to prioritize this. Let's get this built. And we'll take some of these nasty paths out here. I'm also keen to make the most of this water up here as well, so we may put a dam and levee system over here. I don't think this generates too much water, so if we put a dam in, I'm probably going to come back to regret this because it will reduce the flow too much, but we will see. Unless I just give them a path, give them access to this. I will have to keep an eye on this because why are you complaining there's water? Just go find it. So in this this bad tide source is filling up here, so it will come over here, fill up here, and then it will also move over here and come around. So we'll just give that a little bit of time. So plank production is good. We could maybe expand on gear production a little bit. Gear production is lacking behind. So I might put a gear workshop just here. I mean, or I could go behind here. No, let's leave that there, but we will low prioritize that one. Just so that we're keeping up with production a little bit. I put this level in. Have they finished this yet? Yeah, I've just finished that. I'm going to pause that for now though because there is no flow. So, how much science do we need for all of this? So it's under paths and structures. So the zipline station is 700 science, so we're still a little bit way off there, and we're probably going to want the zipline pylon as well, just so that we can move around sufficiently between the spaces between the different zip lines. So I think I'd probably want a station here, and maybe one down here, so we'll have to figure out how we're going to configure that. One up here, and one probably over here. So that might involve some sort of bisection of the map. And it looks like we're also going to have to get into a few more beavers because we are running out of jobs. We have got some space. Everyone has grown up, however, though, so we are probably going to have to grab some more beavers. Do I have a good place to put that? For now, I will put 2 new lodges down here. It's not ideal, but it will do for now. I genuinely thought this would fill up a little bit more quickly than it is doing, but we don't even have storage for metal yet, so let's put a large pile for metal storage down here. What is the rate limiting factor here? It appears to be the... Oh, you're pretty much built. You can just go up and be a priority. You could be paused for now. We don't need you doing. You're the emergency source. We'll get him built. Okay. And to speed this up, just so they can get down into it, I'll pop some stairs in there. That way they can access every single bit of it. If we come into the chestnut yet. That means we're also going to need some storage for maple syrup, which I believe goes in the large tank as well. Not the large tank, the normal tank. That was good. Now, a few catalysts, antidotes, extracts, and biofuel. So we'll also low prioritise that. So a bad tide is approaching. We're not doing very well with these cycles, are we? We seem to always only get 4 days out of it. So let's put another water pump up here just to maximise our pumping. And we'll set that to supply. This is set to supply. These can be set to obtain, 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 obtain. Okay, that's fine. Let's get that built, guys. Just so that we can ensure that we're going to maximize. I don't know how long this bad tide will be. I mean, on normal mode, it's usually only 1 day the first one, but I think it can be anywhere up to 10 days, maybe. So we will see. And we also do have this now, so we can get that on pause. But we are not developing any science, so. This dam's going in. I will be very intrigued to see whether I've completely knackered the flow here. We may have to rip this out straight away. But I'm hopeful we won't. Let's just prioritise that and then get that gear workshop. The rate limiting factor on some of this stuff is the gear workshop right now, so. They could just hammer that and get that built. So where do we go after we've done the zip lines? After we've done the zip lines, I would like to get to a permanent source of metal, which probably involves trekking over here a little bit, just so that we will zip line all the way over here. But some poor beaver is going to have to do the initial legwork and and traverse this by walking, which will be fun for them, I'm sure. But that would be no problem at all. Where are the... Okay. We still have haulers. People are still bringing logs up here, hopefully. And yeah, we have all these planks. Come on, let's get this in, guys. One more. So we have chestnuts available to be collected. When he gets over here to start doing his job. I can't forget to turn this on for the bad tide. This is a high priority job. This has to happen. And I have to move these up as well. Ah yes, as was indicated. Let's get that. No, I tell you what, I'm not going to keep that. Put that on because we don't need the flow at the moment. When the bad tide hits, this will push through here and create flow. So that will keep it going. The ancient aquifer drill will be fine. Okay, so we have got some bases, new space for some beavers. We do need to think about where we're going to put some more easy to use beaver storage. I don't like how one level this is, so maybe we will put some. I know I've just built this housing. So we keep an eye on this. I do not want this bad tide to screw us up. We're on 675 water. Depending on the length of this could be a problem. It may not be a problem. We will see. Let's get this built in, guys. They just got to chuck logs in for that, and we easily have the planks for this. And I'm probably going to pause this guy up here. We'll keep this going. Right, let's turn that up, and we will unpause that. And this will be prioritised by the haulers. I hope this pays off. I don't want to have to delete all of these paths running through here because the beavers. Because the beavers are going to get contaminated. But I think we should be fine. Are we doing grilled chestnuts yet? We do have chestnuts. Excellent. That's good we're getting into that. I would love to expand some of this stuff, so hopefully once we figure out a bad tide diversion or something, we can hopefully get some farming stuff going on up here, and then we could just expand our food. Because our food is okay. It's not. Right, so let's pause this for a second. Let's just put it on slow. Let's just check that this is fine. So this will not chuck out bad water because the water dump has filled it to the level where it's so high. So we're going to keep it at that, So this is only a 7-day bad tide. We survived 7-day drought. With the amount of water we got, this should be fine. I am going to pause these pumpers. Let's get other stuff built. But we can just speed through. So this is producing more than enough flow. If anything, it's focusing the water. So hopefully this stays the same when we get the... We might have to kick jump starters again, but that's fine. Producing metal blocks. What I really need is a science, but we are down on beavers at the moment. I may pause the second. Yeah, I know I definitely will pause the second because we have plenty of builders now for what we need. I just need to get that science so we can start checking in the zipline stations. So let's plan out where they should go. I mean, I've kind of boxed myself into a corner here. I don't really want to take too much food storage away, so maybe we will go down here. Oh, of course we can go on top, can't we? Ah, that's an idea. So what we could do is we could half round here, and then we could stick it here, straight in the middle of town. That'd be excellent. And it adds a little bit of verticality to the settlement. It makes it look a little bit more organic and a little bit more haphazard, which is something I quite like. I don't like it to all look the same. So yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. So let's just speed this up a little bit. We do have to just be aware of the water. I may leave one of these pumpers on. And we have another bad water source opening up. So where is this one? So this one is over here. So this should path around here, down here, and it's gonna basin up down here and fill that. Is that a concern to me? I don't think it is. Obviously we would like to get rid of it at some point, but it's not a massive concern at the moment. So we can delete this path here. It does make it a little bit circuitous for them running around, but that's going to be changed when we... Oh. Well, that's not ideal, is it? I did not anticipate that. Well, that's interesting. So all of these trees are dead. We're going to have to get some contamination barriers up here, guys, because that's not ideal. I mean, it hasn't impacted all of our trees, but it's impacted some of our trees, which isn't what we really want, is it? I imagine this is my own doing. If I hadn't dammed this may have stayed at a low enough level that it just wouldn't have impacted. But yeah, that's probably on me. Oh well, you live, you learn. We have got plenty of gears. We are building the tanks. Maple syrup, water. That is good. We're literally just waiting on the science now. Is there another relic I could come claim? I mean, I could come claim this relic. That wouldn't take me too long, would it? It does seem like a little bit of a jaunt. Oof. Maybe it is. But they don't appear to be doing much else at the moment, so let's just pause that so we don't run away with ourselves. And then we will chuck some platforms in here. Go, go, go. I don't think, while we're waiting on the blocks, I don't think that's the worst use of our, oh come on, of our time. Now I have to get around all these trees. I'm sure there is a path. Right, so now so that I don't have to look at that abomination, let's come away from that and never view it ever again. But yeah, they will take their sweet ass time to do that because there is not a lot of stuff over here. We're doing okay. Food is still fine. I have thought about the future of food, so we do want to get into some wheat. So we have this farm here, so we could reach this. So I mean, I feel like we're going to take some of these berry bushes out. So where is the demolished resources? So if we go and take out that, and then plant that with wheat, that may. May provide us with. They are not taking too long to do this. But yeah, I still don't want to look at it. How much science does this give us? 800. Jesus, that will get us into the zip line. So we want to get that as soon as possible. We have 11 kits as well, so hopefully this isn't going to like massively change our food situation, but we need to make sure we have got stuff ready. So food. So we are going to have to unlock the bakery and the grist mill. It might actually be worth having this as our bakery area. I mean, how much power we? So the supply is 400 up here. We have. How much does this take? This takes. I can never see where it says it takes. Oh, it's under the build, isn't it? I think these are 120 and these are 50 each. So we don't particularly want to overload it. So if we go to here and just build a geothermal, I would eventually like to do some underground power sharing here. I mean, I'm a massive fan of power sharing across the board. So if you could like build a massive battery farm over here, plumb it all in so that the entire network is connected, is great. I'm not a fan of these over the ground powers. I like to bury it, and that does just take absolutely ages. I'm not sure whether this one farm will be able to manage this, but we can always put one on stilts. We can always do something down here, and put one on stilts maybe, so that we can make the most of plantable space. I say as I built all of this horrendous stuff here. I mean, all of this should be migrated up here, but it is what it is. So let's get some wheat in here. The only downside of doing the water seep the way it is we do rely on water. If we ran out of water, that would then. Oh, I assume the bad tide actually wouldn't. It wouldn't, would it? Because it would just flow up to the level where it could flow up to. It wouldn't continue past that. That's interesting. Might as well get 2 more pines in here. They are making some good time on this. So what does that also mean? That means we are going to be planning out our system up here. So I feel like we'll come along straight away with a path here. Where is my pathing tool? So we'll probably have, we could have bakeries along this side here, and the grist mill potentially up here. So maybe that means we want some storage here. So we want some storage for the raw wheat. And maybe storage here for the finished product, which is the bread. So, no, we want storage for, where is wheat flour, and then we can think about where we want the storage for the bread. I mean, we may just do this just for simplicity's sake. Bread. How are we getting on? 541 water, that's very good. We have 10 baby beavers on the way. We are making science like no tomorrow. And they are almost over to this. So then we can actually start building our zip lines. So we're going to have one there. One here. Do I want one down there? I don't think I do want one down here. I mean, we could do like a circular line, so that it's like, so it's just. Oh, I am quite tempted by that idea. One here, one across the industrial, one up to here, one up to here, and even if we just put a pole in there and then it just goes around, and then we could have like other stations off to different locations. I quite like the idea of that, so maybe we'll go for that. I think I may have over-egged the the population growth a little bit. We do have lots of baby beavers now. It's a little bit harder when you play Folktails. You have to be very careful, and I don't think I have been. But we have got the grilled chestnuts, which is excellent. So that's extra food. We've also got we're moving into the bread as well. So I'm confident that we will be fine. And let's just fast forward through that last day. Oh, thank you for the save game. So it'll be interesting to see once this goes whether the perpetual motion from this keeps this open, and then this will just keep moving forward. Which I'm sure it will. I'm very sure it will. Come on, did we get over here? Did we start? Ah, good. They can demolish it. Right, let's get that as priority. Let's get some lovely signs, because then we will be able to get our grist mills. Look at that. That is perpetual motion. Can put you down to 0.6. Also put you down to 0.6. And get everyone pumping again. That is some lovely perpetual motion. I feel like I should come down here and unblock this, just so that it can go out both ways. But I feel like we might get into danger of the amount of liquid coming out of... I mean, it's coming out of here anyway, isn't it? So it comes around here and Well, it joins at the end. Yeah, we are making loads of metal blocks. And we have our science now, so let's get into... Let's slow this down a little bit. Let's get into our zipline stations. We will unlock. Pop one here. Pop one. Can that? Oh, that's too far. Of course it is. Craft some structures. Still too far, right? So we will just move this into a better location for us. So, paths and structures. So if we have that maybe there, I'd like to have one up here. For future proofing, I think I'm going to put one up here. I don't know what future proofing I'm future proofing. I just feel like it's worth having one. We probably will get into farms up here as well, so I feel like that's worth doing. And we're going to want some poles, some pylons as well. Is that going to look stupid? Is that too much of a... I don't think that looks too bad. No, it can even actually go in here, couldn't it? How stupid does that look? I think that looks fine. Because the other areas are raised. We are also going to have to... What poor tree is going to get cut out? So... Too far. So we need to come round here. So... I'm afraid it's probably you, mate. Out you come. Too far. So round we go. I don't want to put it here because I don't want to have... I'm going to put it in the drink because I want to be able to put some contamination barriers around that side to hopefully prevent the tree apocalypse from happening again. So let's get you ripped out. And how are we getting down here? We can probably unlock the platforms. Yeah, okay. Let's just get that. We're going to need it anyway. Hopefully all that can go in. And then we'll put another one here as well. Come on, add connection. I really wish that they had just one more connection point, just to make them a little bit more versatile. So this is kind of a bit like a nice loop. So as you can see here, they can get to the main points of the map. We do have science on the go because I do want to get into the grist mills and the bakery soon. Don't want to have that wheat just sat there not doing anything for us. So we are 34 minutes into the video. Let's speed it up a little bit, see how I would like to get through the next drought/bad tide for you guys. Just so that we can show we are making some real progress. Diversification of food. I think next time we might get into the mines. Try and get over here. The beavers yearn for the mines. What's the rate limit factor? Ah, yes, the metal blocks. I did try to get ahead of the game with the metal blocks, but it would appear that... And planks. We are not doing great on planks. Maybe we want another wood workshop. I like to have one more lumber mill. I like to have one more lumber mill than gear workshop, and that fits. Oh, don't do that. That fits nice and snugly behind there. I mean, if we really want to, we can start to reclaim some of this crap. It just will take them a while to go get it. Where is the bakery? Food, I imagine. Gristmill's 180. Right, let's buy the gristmill. I really don't like the shape of this building. But we can do that. That doesn't look too bad, does it? And we'll change that to wheat flour. Let's get this guy prioritised by haulers. Let's make his job as easy as possible. And we'll slowly start to reclaim all those resources. So what they put in here, they put in the logs, some of the planks. I'd like them to at least get some of this built, just so that we can say, yes, it's built. We are the rate limiting factor is the metal blocks. It is just literally the metal blocks. At least we've got enough power for it. I'll put the middle of that in as well. What else did I want to look at? I wanted to look at the contamination barriers, didn't I? That's going to make that interesting, because to get around there, I think they are contiguous now, aren't they? So we may have to change our pathing. Oh, we're going to have to change our pathing, I think. Okay, no point crying about it. Let's just get it. I feel like you're in a pretty bad place as well, mate. So water, we are on 1.1k, so we are coming up to a drought. I think we can start to get into the silly territory of drought soon. And by silly territory, I mean what the game just does. I don't think it is actually silly. I have chosen to play on hard mode, so we'll pop them there. Because we are going to absolutely pump this dry up here. But let's just slow stuff down, just so stuff doesn't get away from me. We delete those paths. And we have a zipline. They can get from here to here super quick. So I'm very pleased with that. They're putting this in. This is pretty much built. This is, I mean, get this done as priority. The rest is kind of a nice to have. It's like stretch goal. And have we got? Yes, so we have got an extra plank. So what is the power drain on this set? 390. So there we go, perfect. Nobody is working below efficiency. How is our food? Our food is holding up. I really do want to expand, so we are going to look into. Well, no, we're not going to look into. We are going to get to. Is it landscaping or is it? Yes, it's landscaping. Contamination barriers, 400 signs. I think that's our next. Oh no, we didn't get the bakery, did we? Let's get the bakery. Oh no, we don't want the bakery there. And the bakery is bigger than I remembered it being. I thought it was like the grill. I thought it was one of these buildings. Okay, so That may change our layout a little bit, but we can have that bakery. I mean, it doesn't, does it? Look, we can do that. That kind of fits. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that actually. Not pause, prioritize. Continually removing this. Yeah. So the aquifer's working fine. We ascertained that doesn't work during a bad time, not during a drought. So no unlimited water, sadly. I think that would take away from the game just a slight bit. I mean, we have enough scrap metal that maybe I should be putting in another. How much power does? Oh, I've also realised we're going to run out of. We are going to run out of metal once this, because this will not flow indefinitely, will it? Sugar. Maybe we need to look at some windmills, just as a. Yeah, that. So let's slow everything down. Let's get these paused. You guys can keep pumping up here to your heart's content. So you're probably going to turn into a. You are a supply. That's fine. You also need to be like this. Power. And let's get those power shafts in there just so that we can. So this is a 13-day drought. I'm glad we should have more than enough water, but I'm also glad we got this little extra area for pumping. This will become an issue when we get bad tides. So I'm keen to try and get into bad water processing as well next time, just so that we can maybe make a little reservoir somewhere for ourselves, just with a little bit of depth, just so that we've got some contingency. Flour. Do we think I need another farmhouse? I think we do, don't we? These guys can't keep up. Right, okay. So delete all of this. Oh well. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not rebuilding for that. Probably should have given it some sort of priority, shouldn't I? And they would have done that. What does these require? Logs, planks, gears. At least the geothermal vents over here provide a little bit of, like actual consistent power, unlike with the water wheels. We recap a little bit of the haulers going on. I am going to just leave that there for now, just in case we ever need to go back to it. So, bad water processing, what do we need? So, because we want to get into landscaping is explosives. So, explosives are 30, 30, 30. That's not too bad. We are going to need some more power for that. And some science. 30, 30, 30. But we also need to get into, because what do explosives require? Explosives require that. Bad water. So we need to get into. We probably want to come over here and do the bad water actually, because that would be quite a good reservoir. That's 250, 20, 10, 5. So we could start to work our way across. That should slow this down just a tad. It's too far from district centre. I wish it didn't. There we go. And we have bread. Excellent. So our food is looking is looking quite diverse. So yeah, I think we just let them go. So we are currently on 46 minutes. I'm going to speed this up because I'm a bit more. I am very respectful of your time. I'm very glad you choose to watch my videos. So let's get to the end of cycle 7, and then we can do our episode wrap up. I'm glad we got into the zip lines there. I would like to get this entire circular route done, but I don't think that's going to happen because of the metal. Or I mean, we are slowly building power. So maybe. I love the aesthetic of the windmills for the Folktails. It's just they're probably not the best power source, are they? I know what I've just done there is completely redundant, but I just think it looks cool. So we will be going with the rule of cool. So we are producing some metal block. I mean, that is something. No matter how slow it happens to be. I may prioritise all of this actually. Let's just get this going. So I'm pleased we actually managed to get into the bread as well today. That was a slight stretch goal that I'm very pleased with. We do need to think about reservoirs. I mean, the interesting thing about the aquifer, could I power it from over there with the geothermal? And it's just when we get a bad tide, it just becomes a bit of an issue. I mean, I could turn this into like a whole dam reservoir. The seeps do add their own challenges to the map because the lack of flowing water means you have very little build-up. So you have to create your own. We need to get into the dynamite for that. We need to do some landscaping. And we also need to cap off some of these bad water sources. But yes, look, we have power. Just a bit of redundancy just for when the inevitable droughts happen. And they're only going to get longer. So, I mean, we might as well, right? See, this is also a good reservoir area. If we could get aquifers down here, I mean, I could do a bad water diversion that way. None of this is an obvious spots. This is all quite new, so it's all quite challenging to think about how to get rid of the bad water. I'm used to just the bricks, and you could just yeet it off the side of the map or yeet it through a diversion. It does offer it, so especially because you would have to encase the aquifer to create like the pressure to stop the bad water. So it's not going to be super simple. But we will endeavour. Come on, let's get this one built next. Let's get this one built next, and then we have, well, we're quite close to having science-wise. Well, we have science. We have science, right? We are on 50 minutes. I said I want to. Do we go contamination barrier versus? I think. Do we go contamination barrier versus bad water? I would like to get the bad water on the go. So I'm also going to build it on platforms because I don't want the straw to become irrelevant after, like, yeah, that's much better. This doesn't need to be on pause. Oh, it's only maximum. Oh, is that right? Well, I mean, that looks cool. We will put a storage tank here, so, and you will have bad water, and you will be set to supply, and then we'll put another tank over here. That looks like a good place, and you will be set to obtain the bad water. And then when we get the explosive factory over here, which I'm hoping won't be too long. How much does that cost? 400. We can't do it just yet. That might also help, mightn't it? You guys don't need to be working anymore because there is no more water to pump. I do kind of like the idea of we could cut that off there. We could come over here. That's not a bad idea, is it? And then we could sluice. So we sluice good water this way, bad water this way. Like we're in a tight formation, and we build like nice big dam here. Is it going to look good? Probably not, but will it do what it needs to do? Yeah, it will. Maybe we will start planning out the damn mega project next time. Yeah, let's power through this drought. Water is going down a bit. Do we have the science for sluices? We do. Let's just get them done. Sluice, sluice, sluice. I know somebody is going to come along in the comments and tell me, you don't need that many sluices. I don't care. Sluice, 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 sluice. And I'm also going to put levees either side to make it look a little bit prettier. Oh, we've also got a sluice on top. Look at that. We also need to get rid of these. I mean, we don't need to. I want to. So, we want the good water to come this way. Close. Which way around is it? Oh, close. Above contamination. 2%. Close below contamination. 2%. No downstream depth. No downstream depth. Let's go. So we are into bad water. I didn't even think we would get that done this time. So yeah, no, I'm very pleased with our progress. The rate limiting factor here is going to be the metal blocks, but that's going to be fun. I hope I've done this right. I hope that the new waterfall limits don't matter at all. I mean, okay, so the water's coming down here, it's not going to matter, is it? We could always even contingency stick some levees just to make it super secure. What's our food situation? Bread, 135. We have quite a bit of bread storage. Grilled chestnuts. We are maxed out on grilled chestnuts. Maybe we could put some... It doesn't have to be about hyper efficiency. It's about the vibe sometimes. Just want to make sure we've got a continuous place for food to start filtering into. What was that? Oh, and I forgot about our new farmhouse we were going to put in, weren't we? Food. I love how it's called an efficient farmhouse as opposed to an inefficient farmhouse. Like, oh yes, we have the worst farmhouse ever. It's just super inefficient. We're not going to fucking bother. And maybe we'll also get into some cattails and some spadadoc next time as well. So, I know I promised we would do the metal next time, but it looks like we're going to go for this weird dam construction project, which we can actually access from down here. So that was a might be changing that to a station, but we will see. And then I think we will just come whoosh, whoosh, along here, and then just have an overflow at the top, and then we can just have water security. For the foreseeable. So that sounds like it might be something we can get achieved next time. I'm very pleased with what we've done this time. So we've got 1 day left. I'll just do the end of episode recap here. So we have got metal production's actually started. We've expanded this to add a little bit of contingency during a drought. We've expanded our food production to bread, so we've got wheat, we've got an extra farmhouse down here. So we are absolutely smashing food with bread, and the grilled chestnuts are coming as well. Yeah, I think we've done really well. We've expanded into the badwater production. Well, production. It's not production, is it? We're just obtaining it, but then we'll be able to get into explosives. And hopefully move some stuff around. So I am very pleased with what we have achieved today. If you have any ideas, any thoughts, please leave them down in the comments. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, hit a like and a subscribe. And thank you for playing with me today. And we will move into cycle 8. And I will hope to see you next week to carry on playing this with me.